awesome. Crazy start to episode 11.
Yeah.
Hopefully the wind isn't going to be too crazy to where we can't hear ourselves, and we're not going to have our camera be knocked over by some kids that are rolling. But yeah, man, we just finished an awesome yoga session. It was cool. I didn't know whether or not we were even going to make it, but then I was like, I'll bring Jen and I'll bring Jake, and we'll make a fun day of it. So that was awesome. How do you think it turned out?
Oh, dude, it was great. I mean, we're down here in San Diego. What is it? NTC Liberty Station Park.
Yeah,
I believe we're down here.
Yep.
And this is a third annual Jiu Jitsu in the park. It's pretty fun. We got a big turnout. A lot of people rolling. Constant planes coming over too. So forgive us if you hear some chatter in the background. But yeah, we just got done doing a session. Kids rolling, sun shining, acai bowls. And pretty awesome.
You know what? With the drills you did at the end, everyone I went with really liked it.
Really?
Like they liked that challenge. I think everyone got to see how it would improve their jiu-jitsu. Like I got to tell guys, I was like, well, I got an advantage. I do these drills with them all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was cool for me to see these guys realize. I was like, oh yeah, I could. This is actually hard. I could get something good out of this. So yeah, no, I think that's
cool. Sweet. I had a couple guys come up to me like, oh, I thought you were just gonna do regular jiu-jitsu or yoga. So they stayed on the sidelines, and they're like, oh, but then I saw what you were doing, and I wanted to hop in. I said, dude, you should have just hopped in. But it's cool that people aren't expecting what I'm gonna deliver. I think that's good. So yeah, like I said, I had a few guys that weren't expecting what that was. So. Yeah. I know. I think we're gonna have some more people coming in, doing some short interviews, and just saying how they're enjoying the experience here at the park. So just stick around, right?
Yeah, awesome.
Sweet. So we're back, and we have
Angel Gonzalez,
a special guest with us. I just found this dude wandering around, looking scared and lost. I think he got heel hooked 3-4 times. Just kidding. No. So yeah, introduce yourself. What gym, affiliation, rank.
Okay, my name is Angel Gonzalez. I'm currently with 10th Planet San Diego. I'm a blue belt. Earned my blue belt with 10th Planet Costa Mesa, where I originally started 2.5 years ago. Just moved out to San Diego the beginning of the year, and luckily we have 10 planets everywhere. We're growing. We're booming up everywhere.
Yeah, we are.
Met Anthony in Riverside.
Old school.
Originally started.
Yeah.
And just,
and we actually lived like a street away from each other for a few years, and we never
knew that until I saw his
the van.
His van out there, and I was just like, what's this van doing here?
I was parked on the side of the road doing some construction work, right? So yeah, man, it's the first time we're down here in San Diego. It's the third annual event for the Jiu Jitsu in the park. You already got a few rolls in, right?
I got a roll in with Eddie.
Nice.
Martinez over there. It was good. Just the mats are a little hot here and there, but hopefully with all the bodies moving around.
Yeah, it's definitely a good day for gi and spats. Gi and spats for sure.
Definitely.
So what else you been up to, man? Besides, training.
Getting ready for the NBJJF.
Yeah, because you're in the scene hard with the competition, right?
I'm 44, trying to,
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
Yeah, my birthday was on Tuesday.
Yeah,
that was a nice cake. Shout out to my girl, Maribel Gilbert.
Oh, that 10 Planet cake, right? With the thing? Yeah, no.
The cookies, same thing. But yeah, no, I've been trying to do as many tournaments as I can.
Yeah.
I got hurt at the in-house tournament in San Diego, and I was out for about 6 months. But just trying to do it until my body gives out. Like I say, I'm gonna do it till the wheels fall off.
That's right. Yeah. So we're here. We have this little microcosm of this jiu-jitsu family. All of us are out here, expressing our outlet that we like to do. Like, what's just one small thing that jiu-jitsu has done for you or given you at your age, and like what's it still giving you?
It's humbled me a lot. I had some anger issues. Just more. I guess I'd be more calm how to deal with stuff. You would think that you learn jiu-jitsu and you're this bad person that you can beat up anybody, but you've learned to kind of you just avoid conflict first. You just walk away. It's not worth it. And whenever I'm having a bad day at work or home or whatever, after I train, I come home, I'm so tired that you forget about that.
Yeah,
and you just look forward for the next day. It's like, okay. And as I say, I'm 1% better, not only in my technique, but as a person too.
That's beautiful. So, yeah. And then last question I had to ask. We warmed up with yoga. You were in the class. What'd you think?
It's always
that was one of your first classes of mine, or
no,
you had a few, right?
Yeah. The first time I did one of your classes with the at El Dorado Park when we had the.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
It was good. I want to do some more. I need to start stretching a little bit more.
Good.
Yeah,
Nice.
I may do a private with you one day.
That's what I want to.
Oh, definitely, yeah, because I feel like I'm not as flexible as other people, and I don't know if it's an age thing too. I don't know. I mean, you're seasoned as well. Yeah, I've seen your videos and I was like, wow.
Well,
okay.
Mark hit it hard. Mark really hit it hard. We were doing it like 3 times a week, and we're still going hard. So he's made a really big improvement. He jumped. I mean, he could barely touch his toes, and now he's, yeah.
You know, and I was kind of worried because I have a knee injury. When I was in the service, I blew out my ACL and meniscus with 2 titanium pins, and I felt like when it bends a certain way or to a certain point, it hurts, you know. But I don't know. Do you recommend yoga to?
For sure. I mean, it all depends on the severity of your injury, and obviously I'm not a doctor, but if your doctor clears you to do some light yoga work or some light therapy on it, yeah, for sure. I mean, Mark's done it. I'm pretty sure I got something going on in my knee or my Achilles. I think I handle it a little bit better through yoga. Once again, I'm not a doctor. If your doctor clears you, of course, you can do it. But you mentioned you're in the service.
Yes.
We're down here in San Diego.
Right.
You want to shout out your branch?
Yeah, shout out to all my brothers in arms, all branches, but, you know, Marine Corps right here. Served from 1995 to 2005. Graduated boot camp here at MCRD San Diego. Stationed out in Okinawa, Japan, Camp Pendleton. Been around the world, so to speak, but not, you know, just thank you guys out there that are still serving. It's a hard job.
All the same stuff that he said, MCRD, Marine Corps. We're out, brother. I love it. Semper. Let's do it.
Go get some rolls.
So I found another straggler here. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Straggler.
Yeah, we're gonna rank, affiliation, whatever it
Cool.
could be. You know,
All right.
just yeah, go for it.
I'm Avi from Iron Lion Soap, and I've been training Jiu Jitsu for the last 11 years.
Beautiful.
I'm what you call a sandbag blue belt. I've been a blue belt for probably 9 of those 11 years. Yeah, man, I'm Ronin. I don't really have a gym. I train wherever the door's open.
Exactly. That's awesome. So what do you think about events like this where anyone could just come in, find some buddies and just roll? It was like the 3rd annual, right?
This is the 3rd one. This an event like this is to me the epitome of what jiu-jitsu means. You know, having the open concept and kind of the free rolling is you know, again, to me that's what jiu-jitsu is really about. That family feel and the openness of it.
Yeah, for sure. So what else is going on? You've been training for 11 years, you said?
Yeah, I've been training for like 11 years, man.
Okay,
yeah,
so
a long time.
Really quick, that's a really long time.
That's a long time.
I want to ask one thing. You could probably talk on this for a while, but just what's one thing, or what's a big thing that jiu-jitsu is just giving you, or is still giving you? Like,
I think the thing that I can take away the most from jiu-jitsu, you know, from the day I started to, you know, rolling at an event like this is just, you know, it's really humbling. You know, it's a humbling thing. Being able to roll with somebody and have the opportunity to, you know, hurt them or affect them in a way, and making the choice not to, you know, that's a really humbling thing. When your neck is in someone's guillotine and you know he can choke you out but chooses not to. It's you know, that's something I love about jiu-jitsu.
No, for sure, it's a beautiful thing. I always say, like, when 2 people roll, it's our version of a handshake.
Absolutely.
You know, you can tell a lot by a man or anyone how to shake a hand, and it's totally our version of a handshake.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
But yeah, dude, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
We're
thanks
gonna
for
just
letting me
go
sit
get
down.
some more rolls in. We're gonna hang out.
Cool.
Have some fun. Let's do it, brother.
Oh,
Thanks, man.
thank you.
Let's do it.
Welcome back. We're here with Jake Jitsu. Jake, how did you like your day today? Did you have fun doing yoga?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you like doing the drill where we push each other over?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing about today?
You push me over and then I have a shoe over.
Yeah, and you did a good job with that. And did you like playing with Janine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun day.
Yeah.
Would you recommend this to other kids that want to go to the park and do jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, should we get Anthony in here now?
Yeah.
You can sit in my lap if you want.
But the atmosphere was great all day today. It's nice and cool. We got a bunch of people here. No fights, no affiliation
Oh, yeah.
problems, no nothing.
Yeah, everyone's
Kids put
super
on a
chill.
great show. All the exhibition matches were great. Jeff Glover's here. You know, we got a lot of big name. Travis Nawaz is here. So I mean, all in all, dude, just a great event, pretty fun. It seems to be winding down, though. People seem to be heading out. The raffles are done, so it's about that time.
Yeah,
How'd you like it all in all?
No, I think it was awesome.
How'd you like it, buddy?
Did you like
Did
it?
you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you do jiu-jitsu and yoga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jake, every week we end with one of Daddy's stories. This week we're going to end with Brightside Chapter 3. Can you tell everyone, here's Brightside Chapter 3? Say it.
A cat.
Here's Brightside Chapter 3.
Chapter 3. A week before Brightside, I was selling BMWs and drawing too much attention. It's amazing how easy it is to sell when you can hear people's thoughts. If a guy was worried about draining his kid's college tuition, I'd tell him driving a 5 Series was an investment in his career. I'd tell a woman she deserved it when I knew her husband was slamming his secretary. Everyone came around. They didn't stand a chance. One guy didn't like my tie, looked like the one his father wore. I said my parents were coming for Christmas, told him I might spike my dad's drink so we can make it through dinner without him reminding me that my brother was a doctor. I didn't have a brother. The guy drove off in a convertible. I shattered every salesman record across the country. In the last month, I sold more cars than the entire Beverly Hills dealership. My monthly commission check was going to be more than most people made in a year. My dad called, asked if I'd heard about them taking 10 more people to Brightside. I changed the subject, said I was thinking about buying a house with Michelle. He started lecturing, so I hung up. 2 days before Brightside, Michelle was curled up on the couch. She was in her silky blue pajamas, both feet on my thigh, her head way down on the other end where I could barely hear her thoughts. She was drinking whiskey. She'd taken 2 pills, her brain hardly making a sound. Lily, my 8-year-old lab, whose sandy blonde hair matched Michelle's, was right below us on the soft white rug. All 100 pounds wedged between the couch and coffee table, her warm breath on my feet. It's exactly what I needed. Everyone at work had been talking about Brightside, how they were rounding up people all over the country. Thought thieves were real. Michelle just lay there watching her mind-numbing TV show, the one I couldn't watch with my last girlfriend, because the doctor looked like her last boyfriend, and she'd be thinking about how hard he used to fuck her. What she didn't get with me. But not my Michelle. She was somewhere else. In that perfect place, her thoughts a gentle sea. I opened my computer, the article about the beautiful mountain town of telepaths, how it was in everyone's interest that they be isolated. Thought thieves could destroy everything. Parents didn't want them in the schools or walking the streets. No one was safe. Halfway through the article, Michelle started doing the thing with her toes, tugging my sweats and letting them go. Louder than anything she'd said all night, Michelle thought about making another drink. She tucked her toes beneath her and pushed herself up. "Come here," I said. I clicked on the Excel spreadsheet and pointed at the number in bold. Left my hand there to block the tabs at the bottom of the screen. Waited for her to wonder why I had so many websites open and what I was trying to hide. Michelle laid her head against my shoulder, ran her fingers on my stomach. She didn't realize I was showing her something. Sweet as ever, she asked, "You about done?" "Yeah, just about." I pointed. "That's what I'll bring home next week." Her mouth dropped open, stayed there. No way! I wasn't trying to brag. I just wanted to let her know that we could buy the house. It's more than a down payment. Holy shit! Michelle's blue eyes dropped. Lost what little shine they had. She was thinking about the crappy Christmas present she'd gotten me. Her glass was empty except for some ice. I told her to make another while I finished up. Her thoughts were giving me a headache. Michelle got off the couch, was extra careful not to wake Lily. I went back to my laptop, started closing out sites. Homeland Security, National Safety Council, half a dozen others. Each called us domestic terrorists. All because one man said so. Our president was scared shitless when he found out what we could do. The possibility that one of us could sneak up beside him and learn his every word was a lie. The corporations, the corruption, all the money, the media, we never had a chance. An executive order was issued to trample our rights. And the biggest irony of all, 2 years before, Carl Pepper, a thought thief from Kansas, had single-handedly foiled the president's assassination. He'd been at a rally, heard the gunman's thoughts. There were celebrations, photos of Carl everywhere. But then someone realized there was no way Carl could have known the stuff that he knew. Thought thieves were branded enemies. Carl showed up on the cover of Time, in big red letters, "Thought Thieves Among Us." It didn't take long for laws to pop up all over the country. First we were arrested, thrown in jail, but the regular prisoners petitioned to have us removed. That's when Brightside was created, an old mining town in California, more than a mile in the sky, high enough to make the normals feel safe. I'd been surfing in private, but I cleared the history before setting the laptop on the table. I didn't think Michelle would ever snoop, but there was no need to take the chance. There was no shortage of people who'd sell out friends and family for $50,000. Dad had taught me to trust no one. Michelle knew that I was a stickler when it came to my 2-drink limit, and put the bottle of Jack up in the cupboard. She came back so tall and graceful, my tipsy swan gliding across the floor, hardly a thought in her beautiful head. I dimmed the lights and took her hand, brought her beside me on the couch. Getting so close wasn't always wise, but Michelle was different, especially on her meds. I squeezed in behind her, the thinnest layer of clothes between us. Her hair, sweet vanilla, a home I never had. My right hand rested on the curve of her hip, my left arm under her neck, holding her closer, my hand on her chest, the thump of her heart. This is perfect. Michelle thought it was too. But bad thoughts started flying. Ones about how I would eventually leave her, move on like every other guy. I took her hand and got it scratching Lily behind the ear. Knew there was no way to keep thinking bad things with that tongue licking the air. Those 2 brown eyes so full of love. Michelle recovered. Kissed Lily's nose as a thank you. I massaged Michelle's shoulders, and she sank back against me. Let her mind go all dreamy, and she thought of something that tore open my heart. She loved me. And for the first time, I wondered if I could tell her the truth. The next day I heard my boss, Saul, thinking I was making too many sales. Before BMW, I could never stay at a job too long. A couple of months, tops. Just make some cash and quit. But I was so close to buying this house. I'd stayed there almost a year. To ease Saul's suspicious mind, I tanked the next 3 customers. "Boy wonder having an off day?" Saul laughed. "I'm only human, Saul." "Yeah." I knew my time there was up. I asked Saul if I could get my commission early. Said I wanted to get something nice for Michelle. Saul said he'd think about it. When I got home, Michelle thought I was acting strange. I'd been thinking about telling her the truth about me, but I didn't want to screw things up before I got my commission. Once the check cleared, we could take off, move anywhere, and I'd tell her everything. In public, Michelle spoke just like everyone else, saying thought thieves should be locked away. But I figured she'd change her mind if she knew I was one of them. Still, I was too stressed. I just needed to clear my head and hers. I poured her a drink and took her in the bedroom. Later, we were back in the living room, The lights off, a soft glow from Letterman because I was too comfortable to grab the remote off the coffee table next to our half-eaten dinner. Michelle and I curled up, our clothes back on. I felt calm, relaxed. And it wasn't just because Michelle took me to the place where all I can hear is myself saying, Jesus, 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 holy shit, that feels good. It was the closeness. The closeness to someone still awake, even if barely. Being able to lie with someone who wasn't constantly judging or whining or worrying. I wanted to live like this forever. Lily was down below us, back from her banishment to the kitchen, while Michelle and I had been busy. I was proud of her for not eating leftover steak. Then Lily's ears perked. She raised her head above the coffee table, looked toward the door. I got up on my elbow and reached for the remote. Lily got to her feet and I muted the TV. Thought I heard a whisper by the window. Michelle mumbled and I shushed her, said everything was okay. I concentrated hard, focused on the sides of my head, an inch above my ears. A man outside the window. This is gonna be a blast. Fuck yeah, rock and roll. 3, 2, 1. Then bam. The window shattered and the door boomed, flecks of wood flying through the air. Michelle's head jerked back, smacked my mouth. Lily barking. I went for the steak knife, but Lily tipped over the table. The front door cracked open, a wall of yellow lights. I covered Michelle and looked at what just clanked on the floor, a metal canister rolling toward the couch. A blast of light snuffed out my sight. An unbelievable pop, and I couldn't hear. Everything was black. My shouts just whispers. Michelle was flailing, not knowing anything, falling off the couch. Then came another pop and more whispers. A loud, angry voice rushed toward me. He thought, "Take that." The blow at my back felt like a baseball bat at full speed. The pain, immediate. I screamed, but I couldn't hear it. Just the shrill, ringing piercing in my brain. I lost Michelle's thoughts, but felt her below me. Then fingers sunk into my arm, lifted me up, let me go. I bounced off the floor and my weight came down on my neck, paralyzed my body. The ringing continued. One hand, then the other wrenched behind my back, metal pinching skin. My vision came in, white and fuzzy. Couldn't make out shit except someone had turned on the lights. It took me a second to see the puffy clouds were the carpet up close. Then Lily came into focus less than a foot away. Her eyes open, looking at me. The rug turning red around her. "My dog!" I shouted. "What the fuck did you do?" The knee dug in on my neck, and I pushed back because it felt like I was dying. The guy on top of me just put more pressure. Made his forearm a lever between my arms and my back. Hoped I'd try something so he could fucking break me. I closed my eyes and grit my teeth, said, okay, and gave up the fight. It got hard to breathe, even harder to think, my skull ready to crack. His knee let off enough for me to open my eyes, the ringing beginning to fade. I watched Lily whine like never before, her back legs kicking slower and slower. From behind me, Michelle screamed, "Let me go, Lily!" The ringing was gone, but I could only hear out of my left ear. No more Michelle, just Lily, and the sound of heavy footsteps shaking the floor. Someone yelled, "Gomez, get him over here!" All the pressure left my neck as Gomez told Hendricks, "Yes, sir." I got yanked up by my forearms, dragged 3 steps, screaming because that's all I could do. Gomez used his knee to knock my head the other way, then dropped me down onto the carpet, right next to the knife that would have got us killed if I'd been a little faster. Gomez's knee came down on my neck, made it so I couldn't look away no matter how much I wanted. Hendricks had Michelle bent over at the edge of the couch, her head smashed on the cushion, eyes shut, mouth open, somehow holding back a scream. Hendricks stood behind Michelle, wedged in tight between her trembling legs, his hand on her cranked back wrist. He wore all black, no letters anywhere, hid behind the helmet and face shield, ski mask beneath. His eyes were the warning. 2 black hollow points aiming at me. Thanks to the mask, I couldn't see Hendricks' lips moving, but he asked if I could hear him. Even then, all jacked up, I had the wits not to say shit. There was no question Hendricks was talking out loud when he said, "Tear this place apart. He's got something somewhere. Everybody does. Grab his computer." Michelle screamed, "Why are you doing this?" He told me to go ahead and tell her. Tell her what I could do. My vision was too clear. The biggest crack tearing through Michelle. "Joe, what did you do?" Hendricks shut her up with a twist of her wrist. I didn't see the mask move when he thought, 9 + 2. Say it and it'll all stop. I kept quiet, felt the puff of breath on my arm, Lily's nose on my elbow. Gomez must have seen it, because he thought it was some sad shit. Didn't get why Hendricks lit her up in the first place. "Someone do something about this!" Boots stomped across the floor, each one rattling my chest. All casual, like the guy was ordering coffee, he said, "Friendly fire." Then 2 blasts, each a jolt through my body. The whining was over. Michelle's face buried in the cushion, sobbing like Lily was her child. Hendricks let go of Michelle's wrist, put his hand on her waist. 9 + 2, fuckhead. I said nothing, and he said, "Fine, get this piece of shit out of here." The ski mask covered his smile, but I knew it was there. He thought about what kind of questioning he'd put Michelle through, how she'd do and say anything he asked once she found out the prison term for harboring a terrorist. Gomez jerked me to my feet, and Hendricks asked, "What's it gonna be?" All I had to do was say it. 9 + 2. Michelle didn't deserve any of this. I told her I was sorry, and then I said it. 11.